In the secondary market, two gasoline engines are most widely used. These are 2.0 and 2.4 liters. Diesel cars are very rare for our market. The 2.4 engine is more focused on the American market and does not tolerate high-octane fuel well, so many mechanics recommend filling it with only 90-second gasoline. The time in drive for both machines is chain. The life of the chain and tensioner is about 200,000 kilometers. The attachment drive belt needs to be replaced every 100,000 kilometers. After 150,000 kilometers of run, gasoline engines begin to eat up oil. This problem is solved only by replacing the piston rings. If the engine starts to lose power or runs the rot at idle, try cleaning the fuel injectors. This will most likely solve the problem. At a run of 150,000 kilometers, the pump begins to leak, and if you do not follow this, there is a high probability of overheating of the motor. Also, in order not to overheat the engine, flush the radiator at least once a year. Otherwise, the motors are quite reliable and with proper maintenance will last 300–350,000 kilometers without any problems. Until 2010, Toyota RAV4 was equipped with a 5-speed manual and a 4-speed automatic. Later, the manufacturer replaced the automatic transmission with a CVT, and instead of a 5-speed manual, they began to install a new 6-speed manual transmission. Many fans of RAV4 equipped with automatic transmission were very disappointed with such a replacement, since the automatic did not cause any problems to its owners over 300,000 kilometers of run. The variator cannot be called unreliable, but still, it is not as long-lived as an automatic machine. The variator resource does not exist 200,000 kilometers. To extend the service life of an automatic transmission, many owners recommend changing the oil in it at least once every 60,000 kilometers. An untimely oil change significantly reduces the life of the box. Therefore, before buying a used car with automatic transmission, make sure that the former owner changes the oil in a timely manner, otherwise, in the future, you may encounter serious problems. First of all, shocks appear when switching from first to second, then the hydraulic compensators will need to be replaced. The mechanics are also quite reliable, but sometimes, on runs over 150,000 kilometers, the first and second gears may start to wedge. A replacement of synchronizers is required. As for the clutch, with careful operation it will last 100–120,000 kilometers. A common problem for both automatic and manual transmissions is the leakage of axle shaft seals. All-wheel drive in all Toyota RAV4 is in most CUVs is connected by means of an electromagnetic clutch. On hard surfaces, only the front-wheel drive of the car is involved, but at the slightest slip, the system automatically connected the rear-wheel drive. On all-wheel drive vehicles, an oil change in the rear differential is required at least once every 40,000 kilometers. Neglect of these requirements leads to failure of the rear axle. Clutch replacement will cost $2,000. If the previous owner rarely changed the oil, then when the rear-wheel drive is connected, the differential will boost. Toyota RAV4 has the best handling among competitors, and you have to pay for it with comfort. The suspension is quite stiff. Because of this, even minor joints and pits are felt in the car. People who like to ride in comfort may not like this. As for reliability, the suspension of the car is quite hardy, but it is not cheap to repair. When buying a used car, in order not to invest a lot in repairs, pay special attention to running diagnostics. A McPherson strut suspension is installed at the front and the multi-link design at the rear. At each maintenance, lubrication of the calipers is required. If this is not done, they will begin to turn sour and wedged. As with the most modern cars, most often you will have to change the struts and bushings of the anti-roll bar every 30–50,000 kilometers. Wheel bearings and ball bearings live on average 70–90,000 kilometers. Shock absorbers, thrust bearings and silent blocks nurse 90–120,000 kilometers. The rear suspension arms live about 150,000 kilometers. The steering rack delivers the most trouble, or rather its bushings, in rare cases they take care of more than 60,000 kilometers. Fortunately, this unit is maintainable. The manufacturer knows about this problem and therefore releases a special repair kit. A repair is enough for 15–20,000 kilometers. But the tie rods and tips are quite hardy and can last more than 100,000 kilometers. Despite its age, the interior of the third-generation Toyota RAV4 visually looks good and compares favorably with competitors, but the quality of materials is no better than others, and in some places even worse. Also, the owners of the car are not happy with the sound insulation. The electrical equipment that RAV4 is equipped with is very reliable. The only thing that causes criticism is the rear brake light switch, which is located under the brake pedal. It burns out quite often. If you are the owner of this car model, please describe the problems that you had to face during the operation of the car. Perhaps it is your review that will help readers of our site when choosing a car.